Good evening, everyone, and please don't be scared by the length of my notes. It's just I'm too vain to wear reading glasses, so I have to print them out in really large font. So as I begin, I would like to thank sincerely from the bottom of my heart Legal 500 for including me in the very prestigious GC Powerlist for Southeast Asia, and the privilege of addressing all of you, my fellow honorees, tonight. My journey to this lectern actually began almost 30 years ago, and it's a story that began with 500 pesos, which to most of you is about 10 US dollars. It's a story, it's really a drama of deceit, bribery, corruption, and a very dear friend. Almost 30 years ago, as I said, aging myself quite a lot. I should have cut that out of the speech. I had just graduated from college with a pre-medical degree because, you know, in Asia, your mother will always say, you either have to be a doctor or a lawyer or I disown you. So I came out of college with a pre-med degree, but the only thing I really learned was that I did not want to become a doctor. So I was sitting at home feeling sorry for myself, surrounded by disappointed relatives, when my college roommate, Francesca, bribed me to take the law entrance exam with her. We had graduated from a public university, and she wanted to enter the Ateneo de Manila, which became my alma mater. But we were hesitant because we thought it was elitist and just teeming with rich kids and we would never fit in. So my mercenary 19-year-old self said, why should I take an entrance exam for a law school that I don't want to go to in the first place? And she said, well, I'll pay the 500 peso entrance exam fee. You don't have to pass the exam. Just take it with me so I won't be alone. And my mercenary 19-year-old self said, well, the 500 pesos is going to Ateneo, so I still get nothing out of this. Thus began my first successful contract negotiation. She said, okay, fine, I will pay the entrance exam fee. I will give you another 500 pesos. And then we can party after the test. She convinced me right there. Bribery, corruption, drama. So the plan really was for me to not let my parents find out about law school in case I accidentally passed. I did not want to be pressured to go to law school. But snail mail being what it was at the time, our mailman's schedule was erratic at best, and I failed to intercept the letter. So my dad found the letter and completely in violation of my data privacy rights opened it. And seeing his joy at his useless daughter being accepted to a prestigious law school, I couldn't do anything but smile weakly and say, let's negotiate that. So my second contract negotiation, I got him to agree, you will not get angry or upset if I get kicked out of a law school that's notorious for culling students that don't make the GPA. In return, I will try my best and will not deliberately get myself kicked out. And by the way, that 500 pesos got me very, very drunk. So years went on. I kept expecting to get kicked out of law school any day now, any day, until years later I found myself in a career that I loved and which defined me as a woman and as a mother. I thrived in litigation, no surprise to my parents, and discovered that there was a side of me that enjoyed what I did, even if it started out as an accident. So I thought I had everything. I achieved everything the 19-year-old failure of myself didn't even dream about. And then we had the European financial crisis. I lost my dream job. I had a new baby. postpartum depression, and suddenly, the bottom dropped out. That was more than 10 years ago. And with sheer audacity, a lot of good luck, and the refusal to give in, I applied for and was hired by Accenture to head its legal team, despite the fact that I had a very limited background in information technology and BPO. They took a chance on me, and I've tried to make them not regret that chance. In Accenture, being a woman, an Asian, and a person with disability was never an obstacle because I was mentored and encouraged to innovate and continue to grow. But what I'm most thankful for is for Accenture, the Accenture that let me unlearn my adversarial stance as a long-time litigation lawyer and to develop a more pragmatic business mindset as in-house counsel. To see myself as a bridge between my client and opposing counsel rather than a litigator combatant warrior who takes no prisoners. So, in conclusion, I'm sorry if some of you have fallen asleep. I would like to say that, as I tell my younger lawyers and my own daughters, you're only a failure if you refuse to try. So live bravely, because you don't know where you're going to go, where it starts. It could even start with $10. Thank you very much, Legal 500. Congratulations to my fellow awardees, and have a good evening, everyone.